I'm gonna be doing 5 pet peeves that have to do with parenting. So, my first pet peeve would be parents who pawn their kids off constantly to other people. It's fine to get a break every now and then, but not when you're like pawning your kid off for like a month. Like, that's ridiculous to me. It's like, why even have kids? I don't understand that at all. And I had some family that did that to their kids, and it's just, I don't know. It's just something else. Second would be some parents don't know how to discipline their children in public places. I'm not saying to be embarrassing and to spank your child in public, because I personally don't agree with spanking, but I know a lot of parents will spank their child in public. But like, I had a parent one time, because I was working at Crazy 8 back in the day, and that kid took off with a mannequin and was running all over the store, and that parent didn't do anything, and our store ended up a complete disaster, so I had to clean it up. Third of all, I get really annoyed when parents go too far with disciplining. Like, there was this parent who decided that it was a great idea to knock their kid over in the store. The main concern I had with that is that kid is gonna be injured. Like, I don't understand how parents think it's okay to use violence with their kids. It's not okay at all. And then there's even parents nowadays that use like exercising as like punishment. They'll get them to do push-ups and sit-ups, or they'll have their kids hold books in their hands and like stand for long periods of time with their arms out. And it's like, seriously, that's just not the way like I personally parent. And especially since like she's getting older now, like I'm gonna be using the corner as a technique, or like making sure that I talk to her thoroughly about what she did wrong and communicate with her, because that's the way that I want to parent her. I'm not going to spank her. And then another pet peeve would be that I get really annoyed when my significant other doesn't listen to me. Like, for instance, I don't believe in getting the flu shot. So when my significant other took her to the doctors, he had her get the flu shot. And of course, he came back, and eventually he got to tell me. And that made me angry, because parenting is really hard. You know, when you're parenting with somebody else, you're not always gonna agree, and that's the most difficult part of it all. And then the 5th pet peeve doesn't really have to do with parenting so much, but when you have a child and you have a pediatrician, like, they constantly try to give you like the option of all these different shots and unnecessary things, you know, extra things that the child needs, or they think they need, but they don't, like the flu shot, like they don't need it. Or like they say like, oh, your child needs a helmet, and you're like, okay, why? And then they're like, oh, it's cosmetic. And it's like, but is it going to, be detrimental to their health? And then they're like, no, it's just cosmetic thing. But in my mind, like, it's just like a money thing. And like, if she doesn't need it, then she doesn't need it. And I don't need to be, hashing out money to doctors, even though that like the insurance company like pays for it. I don't know, that's just my feelings on it. I'm sure a lot of people have like different opinions. But now I'm going to introduce to you my little Essie, Fairlight. And here she is. Say hi, Essie. Say hi. You gonna say hi, YouTube? Yeah.